Hi, I'm Amy. I'm studying level 4 fashion, theatrical hair and media makeup, and I'm in my first year.
Hi, I'm Lydia and I'm studying fashion, theatrical and media hair and makeup and I'm in my second year.
I'm Michelle. I'm also studying fashion and theatrical media, hair and makeup, and I'm also in my second year.
So I studied level 2 and level 3 hair and media makeup at college. And the transition from GCSE, I did art, so I was quite artsy, and I wanted to go into that field anyways. And I like to do a little bit of Halloween makeup every now and again. So I studied level 2 and level 3, and then I went on to do an art course my third year. I wanted to do another year at college because I wasn't prepared for uni just yet, and I wanted to get a couple more skills, especially in the art sector, because my course is quite art resolves around art. So I wanted to get more sort of knowledge around movements, art, then that would progress and help me further in higher education and going into uni.
When I left school, I was very much like, didn't have a clue what I wanted to do. I knew I liked art. That's the only thing I'm really actually good at. So I was like, don't really know anything what would even be like, unless I'm an artist, what else can I do? And somebody suggested doing beauty therapy, which is like massaging and it's very relaxed. And one day we had this woman came in and she was like, oh, it's near Halloween, we're going to do some face painting. And I spoke to her and I was like, I can't believe people pay you to paint the face every day, and that's a great career. And then from there I was like, obviously beauty therapy isn't for me. So I started looking into possible places that could potentially do actual makeup and teach me more about it. And I went into Darlington one day and went shopping, and there was this girl on a makeup counter and I got speaking to her and I was like, where did you study? And she told me about this place in Stockton. So I went there, got in, I went there for 2 years, and then my tutor has connections with the university centre, and she sung the praises and she was like, it's an amazing place to go and further your education. So I went there and haven't really looked back. So yeah, it's been great. Even though my tutor did suggest the university centre, I looked into Birmingham and I looked into London as well. There are quite a few places, especially in our industry, because you can specialise. So if you want to go into special effects or wig making, there is universities that just focus on that. But obviously with the university centre, it's an umbrella of everything to do with makeup. So it's you get a mix and it's really creative, and that's what I liked about it most. You can look at other universities and they might provide specific modules. You have to research into it and see exactly what they provide and see in correlation with your career. And obviously for me, the university centre is the one that provided the most variety of skills and techniques to learn.
One of them, I will admit, was closeness to where my location was. I knew I wanted to stay at home because of many reasons in my life, including medical conditions. I guess it's a bit different for me, advice-wise, to give myself in the past, because I had a lot more worries than other people. I've got a medical condition, I've got chronic fatigue syndrome. So there was a lot more things that I perceived to stand in my way when it came to university. I actually, when I was in college, wasn't going to apply for university. I was a late applicant because I just thought to myself, I can't do university. I can't commute, I can't leave home. There's not going to be the support there. But there is, and I wish that I'd known that, and I wish I could go back and tell myself, you can do university, and all these things that you worry about, commuting, having additional time on assignments, having additional support, having just in general people that are understanding. I was so worried that university was going to be this big academic kind of professional setting. And in one hand it is, you do get that and you do get that experience, but there is still that nurturing side and there is still that support there. One of the main things that I get is my DSA support, and that was all done through the university. They applied for it with me, they set it all up, and I get a taxi that takes me from my door straight to university, which has been, I cannot thank the DSA enough for giving that to me, because that's been life-changing. And I wish that, like I said, I'd known that was available, because I had no idea stuff like that was available in the first place. Yeah, that's definitely what I tell myself, that there is support there, and don't hold yourself back because you think that there's more problems than there is, because there's always a solution, there's always help, and there's always a way around it.
I chose to study there because it was what I was looking for my career choice: TV, film, prosthetics, more advanced. Especially, we do hair as well. We're getting into hair maybe second year, but I think it was partly because I knew someone who went there from my college course. We did level 2 and level 3 together, and he seemed to have really enjoyed it the first year. And I think that pushed me to get to know the university is a lot better, especially because it was recommended by someone who wanted to do the same things as I did. Partly because it was closer as well, and I was more familiar with Leeds as a city. And with regards to my interview, the teachers seemed very lovely. Especially with regards to the current circumstances, the course, the people in my course are really lovely. So I'm just glad that I've got a nice opportunity, nice people in my class, because I know people who do makeup can be quite competitive, especially in college. And like Michelle said, more people are maturing. It's not like college or school. It's nothing like that. You need to be expected to do what you need to do, and you know what's expected of you, especially after a couple of months of being at uni. So I think Leeds pushes me to do what I need to do as a city, get more networking. I'd love to do that in the future, especially for what I want to do. And it just offered everything that I wanted to do, and I knew that I would go on and do what I needed to do to get in the career I wanted.
The main thing for me, other than location, was definitely the fact that I am not 100% sure what I want to do within the makeup sector yet. And the fact, like the other two girls have mentioned prior, that there is like this umbrella of everything that we do on this course. Even dabble in the things that we prefer, but also find more things that we actually might enjoy that we didn't think that we'd enjoy. We do things like postiche, we do a work-related unit, so we actually learn about the industry, how to present ourselves in the industry. I think that was a really, really important thing to have, because we weren't just being taught techniques and like hard skills, we were learning transferable skills on how to just be a person in the industry. We've done talks on how to like do elevator pitches, how to kind of sell ourselves as a business, as ourselves. I think that's the really important thing overall, that there is so much that we cover, and it allows you to kind of explore what you want to do, as well as find things that you might want to do. Definitely, I think it's such a there's so many great opportunities to kind of explore things. And then with our end of year showcase that we do in our second year, we then get to choose what we do. So we can do anything that we want. If we enjoyed the body painting, if we enjoyed doing postiche, if we enjoyed doing special effects, we choose what we want to showcase and what we want to specialise in after the 2 years of learning all these things that we then showcase, and we put all of our efforts in, all of our creative energy, and we kind of choose exactly what we want to do and have it tailored to our futures really, and what we think would be most helpful for us, because then we get portfolio pictures out of that as well. So we then have that to say, I did this is what I did, this is my project, I'm passionate about this, and I fell in love with this at uni. I think people think that you should know what you want to do when you're this age. But I mean, I know what I want to do industry-wise. I still don't know what I want to do. If I want to do prosthetics, if I want to do TV and film. Part of me wants to do theatre, and the university centre lets you dabble in all of those, and you don't have to make a straight decision on what you want to do.
My future ambitions, I'd love to do the second year and do the top-up year as well. I think, considering I've done it in college as well, coming so far, that opportunity to do the BH honours degree, to make it a full degree, is a good opportunity, and I've come so far and feel like I want to do that. I just think it's a lot, it probably thinks a lot to think about, but I think once you get that going and get that road going, I think even after a couple of years of doing uni, you do then think, right, I've got these skills, got these opportunities, and I think you need to push for them opportunities because you've sort of earned it, especially through many years of education. I'd love to go into anything I can, really. I think TV, film, theatre, like Lydia said, there's so many different brackets you can go into. It's very difficult to choose one. And I think as the course goes on and as many skills I'd like to bring under my belt, I'd love to do whatever I can, really, because I think it's so creative and you can't just stick to one thing. You can do everything, and you can do everything as long as you push yourself and get them skills.
Definitely my skills, just in general, being able to further them, having the opportunity to learn so many different skills and different things, and like I say, dabble in all those different things. Also, kind of just academically, being able to up my skills in my essay writing, just my English skills in general, being able to write reports, being able to do case studies. People don't think that these skills are necessarily real life skills, but they do transfer into everyday life, into your work life. There's so much more that goes on behind these courses. And I definitely think I've been able to elevate my skills with the university course. I'm also wanting to do the third year top up, and then I want to go on to do a master's degree. That will be obviously in what I want to specialise in. So hopefully I've made more of a decision by then, which I'm hoping the rest of this year, my third year, will have helped me with. But obviously if I hadn't have taken my first steps into higher education, I won't be able to do a master's. But the master's that I'm looking into doing will be kind of provided by industry professionals. So I will get that step-by-step help into industry with the industry professionals that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do if I hadn't started here and now in higher education. There's also quite a lot of industry help and industry steps within just our 2-year course and then our 3-year BA. There's so many opportunities as well to work with the Northern Film School, to work with all of our mentors that are coming in for our latest assignment that we're doing. We're working with people like Stuart Bray, Kate Benton. We're having one-to-one support with these people that are going to offer us jobs in the future that are going to further our careers. And we wouldn't get any of this if we weren't going to university. And even the tutors have had incredible experience, and they've got, just in general, amazing advice and amazing support to give to us that, again, you wouldn't get if you weren't in university.
For me, university has just been absolutely like network and central. Like, I didn't realise how much our industry relies on word of mouth. So like, if I was just like, right, I'm just going to go into the industry, I don't know anyone, and there's not really a lot of opportunities. Like, so I'm from like near Durham. So I feel like in that area, I don't know any sort of makeup courses. Like I said, like I had to go to Stockton, which is like a little bit further out for me. So it's like you get all of these, we get to speak to guest speakers, and we do get to speak to like amazing people. I'm wanting to go onto my top up, and then I'm wanting to, they offer a graduate scheme which I think is where like they still support you and like you're looking for jobs and experience, because I just want to get into the industry. Like that's all I want to do, because I'm trying, when you're at uni and sometimes you have like a little part-time job, that always like kills me, because I'm like, oh, I just want to be getting paid for what I love doing. But yeah, I want to do the graduate scheme, and then hopefully we'll get some lovely little work experience and maybe start working as a trainee. There's places that offer trainee schemes, which the university again like have connections to, like Screen Skills. We had the university put us in connection with this networking event. All of this stuff, it's like these are opportunities that we literally, like Lydia said, we wouldn't have got any of those opportunities if we didn't go to the university centre. So yeah, looking forward to the future.